Oh, worthy of my praise. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You are worthy of my worship, worthy of my praise. I wish I could go on and on and on and on to sing this song. This is a lovely one, just released a couple of weeks ago by Dulcie Oyeka and featuring Lawrence Oyo. Talking about what? Just worship. Talking about what? Praises. You say, Lydia, is it necessary? Yes, so it's necessary. You know why? Nigeria, we have seen so much within this period. This is another month, and then many are wondering how we're going to survive it. Everyone, you know, the kind of waters that have gone under the bridge at this time, after how many months? But despite all, you are here. I'm here. So we have every reason to give thanks. I say, Baba, somehow, so much, I will just thank you. So please, don't feel so depressed. Don't, like they'll say, carry the whole world on your head. No, 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 no. The ones you can handle, fine. The ones you can control, fine. The ones you can't, just leave it. Just leave it. Live one day at a time. You will survive. You will go through it and come out stronger. Please, this is not a time to commit suicide. Some will say, oh, there's no other option. It's over. It's over. Then you jump into the lagoon. What happens after 5 years? What you see now may just be so big because you view it so big. I know, yes. You say, yeah, it's trying. It's big. But do you know that better things wait, and are still waiting for you? So please, on that note, try as much as possible to look away from all that is happening to us as a nation. We're grappling with fuel scarcity. We're grappling with the hyperinflation. We're grappling with scarcity of food. We're grappling with a kind of looming food crisis. We're grappling with so much, and grappling with power. Yes, and you're like, oh, what's this? And so people are just taking all kinds of decisions. Just I won't say impromptu, but you know, man has to survive. But in the midst of it all, I want to encourage you. Please be strong. You will come out better at the end of the day. All right? Okay, so this is Unilab 103.1 FM. Yes, and this is Lydia Iki. I'm reaching you live from the media center, and this is Gourmet Guide. Gourmet Guide is a food and nutrition show that comes up every Friday between 4:05 p.m. and 5 p.m. And all we do is talk about food, nutrition, everything edible that goes into the mouth. And for today, like we've been doing for a while now, we're looking at different types of Nigerian food. We're looking at telling the food story of Africa. It's storytelling. Telling the African food story, yeah, telling the Nigerian food story to a global audience. And you're saying, you're like, how do we do it? We'll want to be picking one at a time. It's going to take a very long time, because when you begin with just one, you know, Nigeria is so big. We are the most populous black nation in the entire world, or we are the greatest or the biggest, largest, let me put it that way, black nation on earth. Just looking at our number alone, we are like 36 states for now, and closed within 36 states. And for each state, I tell you, our delicacies, at least we have nothing less than 20. I'm not exaggerating. If you list per state, the ones that we know we're familiar with and the ones that we are not familiar with, we are close to, if not more than 20, depending on the state that we're looking at. So you're like, how are we going to start? How are we going to go? It's a journey. We have to travel through the route of this food journey until we get to a place that we can say, oh yes, finally here we are. And why are we doing this? It's talking about creative journalism. We're looking at food journalism. We're looking at solutions journalism. We're looking at how we can use our food to tell our story. So if Americans tell the American food story, if the Japanese tell the Japanese food story of sushi, if the Chinese tell the Chinese food stories, and if the Indians tell the food stories of their own peculiar delicacies, if Mexican tell you the story of taco. Which other country will I mention? The Europeans, they tell you the European food story. You go all the way to France, and then you have all the food from France. Then you come to Italy, and when you're looking at Italian pizza, you're looking at macaroni, you're looking at pag. Then you travel all the way to Indonesia. Indonesia is telling you the story of noodles. So what story is Nigeria telling when it comes to food? That is just what I want to be doing within this period or throughout this period, telling the Nigerian food story. So I will ask you, what food story will you want me to talk about? If I'm to talk and tell the story, what will you want me? We went around town. Thank you so much, BC. Thank you so much. I received BC's feedback and so many others. I'm waiting for their feedback. We're going to be running this weekly. And BC went all the way to Ikorodu to go and find out, and was asking a particular woman, if you want us to tell the story of Nigeria and food, which story will you want us to talk about? I said, talk about banga with starch. Then the other one said, no, look at ofada with ofada rice with ofada stew. So it's going to be an interesting period, and we'll be spreading it wide and wide and wide. And as we do that, some will be invited to the studio, and then some will have to make a call. This evening, I will be talking very briefly with one of our great stakeholders in the hospitality industry, Pastor Dayo Adesuba. He's standing by any moment from now. I've known him way back, over 2 decades, and he's always doing hospitality. And recently, he set up something in Abuja, and he has mentored so many hospitality experts who are now doing so well. So the mentees have not just graduated to become mentors, they are also doing very well, and not just in Nigeria, but across different parts of the world. And I've discovered that in telling the story of the hospitality industry, you cannot take away the food story of Nigeria. There's hardly any hotel, 5-star, 4-star, depending on the hotel you go to today, that you don't find Nigerian food in our own Nigeria, even outside Nigeria. And then which restaurant will you visit? Which eatery will you visit? And you will not find at least 1, 2, or 3 or 4 Nigerian delicacies. That's how far Nigeria, and even outside the shores of Nigeria, Africans, they love Nigerian food, from our jollof rice to our egusi soup, which is unity soup, to our soya bean soup, ogbono soup. This is Nigeria. To our achi soup, to our edika ikong, to our afang soup, to our ewagon. Some will say ewagon is Togolese, it's Ghanaian, but you have Nigerians also doing plenty of that. To our eforiro, to our ifokore, ikokore, to our ojojo, right, akara, moi moi, which one again? The list is quite endless, and we'll be doing all this together, looking at how far Nigeria has been able to go when it comes to Nigerian food. And so I have a cookbook here, the Gourmet Guide cookbook. I'll just be listing some of them, then I will focus on one. We'll continue next week. I begin with this. We have so much. Is it the leaves? When we come to our vegetables, the leaves, we have our ewedu, we have our okra, we have our ugu leaves, we have our water leaves, we have our bitter leaves, saint leaf, we have our uziza leaves, utazi leaves, we have utazi leaves, we have the water leaf. Okay, I've mentioned water leaf. We have bitter leaf, curry leaves. We have so many of our leaves, and the beauty of it is the combo, the way we're able to combine all of them to make something delicious, something sumptuous for the family. So as a food journalist, my responsibility is to tell the story. As much as I want to tell the story of what happens all over the world, you find that the African food story is not fully represented. You look at food journalism in Africa, food journalism in Nigeria is not as